When it's Sherm out, got the verbs out, got to show y'all who we be. Okay, it's JP. Flow is immaculate. Take it back, we fabulous. Anytime we spit, it's so miraculous. They're like, oh my dog, grab some shit and sit down, watch the show and watch us go. We might go ahead and whip like rodeo, might pull it all out, yeah, you know. Hey, go ahead and let them know when you're on the crypto show. And we here to take over. Yeah. We want big bull runs. Look at the bull on that thing. Putting that work. Putting that work. Putting that work. Like the dopest elevator music in the world. This elevator only goes up. JP, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Buck Rodgers, the world class. Jumping plane is taking you through the solar system. You know what's up. It's about time to get started on a crypto takeover show here. We need more Ethereum so we can buy Buck Rodgers more hair. Just one thick hair. Yeah. JP. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to the Crypto Takeover. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's a takeover. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked, cooking whip the block. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Yeah. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Had to stack the guap, run it up cause I'm bearish with it. 10x on them, ain't scared, I get it. Decentralized, let me emphasize how I'm stacking the coin as an enterprise. Got hustle the block, I got the codes and the keys to the lock. It's a takeover, we hit for the guap, and you know we keep holding till we hit the top. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked, cooking whip the block. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked, had to stack the guap. Yeah.
Mic check 1 2. The show is about to begin.
Hello.
Why you got me on the screen?
All right, everybody.
Take over here. I'm your host, DJ, rapper, MC, co-host, co-pilot.
I'm here.
Holding
you
the
guys
show
hear
down
me?
by myself tonight, because all my friends left me.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Crypto Takeover. Jumbo Planets had me confused. What an amazing day. This is our first show after the bull run has started officially. We have a lot to talk about. Jumping Planets, Buck and Zeely, thank you for bringing us into 4 live streams tonight due to some technical issues. All of the intros were banging. Happy to have you guys here. How you guys doing?
We're living.
I like it.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm bleeding, I'm living, and I am animated about tonight. I'm also animated about everything in life.
That's fair.
And also, we have our crypto meteorologist, our crypto analyst, Storm from Trading by Storm, back this week. We missed you. How's it going, brother?
Good. It's good to be back.
Awesome. Happy to have you here. I know we have a few more people coming in soon. I believe BoughtTheBlock will be back in a few minutes, but we're not going to wait for him to start the show. We're going to throw it into first. I think that's what they say, the car people, and get this show put in reverse. It's pretty wild. We moved the show over from Tuesday to Wednesday. There was some small thing called the US presidential election, and then this Congress stuff happened. I don't know about you guys. I was up almost the whole night looking at numbers and then realizing there is nothing that I need to know this information for, and yet I cannot look away from the TV. I need to know Waka Haka scan, what's going to happen in that county. Never heard of it, never will mention it again. It was very important last night. But we have a lot of things that happened. We have a new president. We hit an all-time high. Normally in crypto, the Bitcoin all-time high after an election comes after the election, not during the actual voting, which was wild. And as soon as I saw that happen, I knew that Trump was going to be elected due to how bullish crypto was showing itself to be for him and his administration. Speaking of elected officials, we have BoughtTheBlock. We have Paul here in the studio. Welcome, Paul. I'm happy that you're here with us. How's it going? And are you at a sushi restaurant this time? you might be using a sushi roll as a mic, but we can no nihiri you even if you're eating nigiri.
Sashimi that mic. Man, it's so much better being in studio than
you got some
at a
sushi.
restaurant.
Paul, you got some sushi rice in that microphone still.
Nah, we're good. He's good.
There you go. All right. So
Perfect.
what had happened was, so I go out to Miami to host an event for my title company. We're trying to recruit some people. We're supposed to be 30 people. 80 people showed up. By the way, I don't know if you've ever hosted an event in Miami, but when you have 80 people show up, dude, it was a $20,000 tab. So if anybody's ever written a check for $20,000 for a 2-hour party, I would have rather have been here. So Storm, I'm really gonna need some good news here coming forward because we gotta pay these credit card bills, bro.
Yeah, I got good news coming for you guys. Don't worry.
My guy, dude. You had to know that something was up when you see Bitcoin just starting to moon, and nothing's been announced yet as far as within the presidential race. However, it's just going crazy. And so, dude, I'm excited, man. I'm gonna be like, Storm, tell me where to put my money because let's go.
Yeah, it's hard to miss, man. There's so many good opportunities in crypto right now. And I was up all night during the elections, following it. And typically that stuff kind of gets priced in beforehand. It's a really common thing you hear in like the trading world. You buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. And so you saw the market as the election was going on, kind of factoring in the price, people buying before that it had even been official. Yeah, as you could see, like as the polls were kind of starting to shift and show that Trump had like a very, it became more apparent throughout the night that Trump was going to win, and you saw the market react to that very early. And then after it was announced, obviously we've been kind of, between 75, 76K since the election happened, and I'll get to it a little bit later, but I do think there could be a little bit of a sell-off here short term. Just because, like I said, typically these things are buy the rumor, sell the news. When the event actually happens, you actually see the market kind of correct and then continue upwards. And so overall, it's extremely, extremely bullish for the market, not just from a technical standpoint, but fundamentally now that the Trump administration is kind of taking over and just their policies towards crypto. And then also, if you look at who Trump has on kind of his cabinet and on his team, all very pro crypto friendly guys. So it's all fundamentally and technically it's looking very bullish.
Yeah, it's a totally different environment that we're playing in. I called the election. No one listens to me calling the election, so it really didn't make a difference. I was at a small party last night. But as soon as Bitcoin hit an all-time high, I was like, Trump's winning. And then I was looking at Polymarket, a place that you can go bet on literally anything. And a lot of money's bet on the presidential election. And it was wild to see how fast it moved towards Trump, even before they had called anything. And then you knew it was just on. And we've had just this insane summer of consolidation, which is built up to having institutional money, an amazing chart, and we're ahead of schedule in the bull run. Like, and Trump with his, with his administration, extremely crypto friendly. The vice president is a huge fan of crypto, has a large Bitcoin and holdings actually. You have Elon Musk advising, obviously very pro crypto. This is probably the most pro crypto administration we've ever seen, and we are looking at just so much amazing things, and it's unprecedented. So the easiest things to do is to play it stupid. I like to say, don't try to outsmart the market. Just put your money in and do nothing. And that's the best way to win at this point. No leverage, no fancy. Don't expect to know what is coming because we are doing things differently this entire bull run. It's following a similar pattern, but it's definitely different than the last one in a good way. But if you try to outsmart it, like if you thought you had 2-3 weeks before it hit an all-time high, you would have just messed up. So I say play it stupid, and that's the smartest thing you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably good leeway into the weather report for this week. I can kind of dive a little bit deeper into the technicals of Bitcoin in the crypto market. If you guys want to just throw that screen up there, I'll give the normal routine. So yeah, this is definitely the most interesting week I think we've had in terms of the weather report. We'll actually start with the greed index. What's interesting is obviously we're in the green side, meaning the market is a little bit greedy. What is kind of surprising for me is that we're only at a 77. We're well above all-time highs. We are on like a massive pump from like 70 or 67K to 76K in like a day and a half. And although the market's a little bit greedy, it's not like overly greedy. When it gets to extreme greed is when you want to be a little bit careful. Or I'd say really careful. And we're still only at 77, which is definitely on the greedy side, but I actually would have expected it to be like more down here. So that's good to see. In terms of the liquidation heat map, we saw these liquidations finally get grabbed. So this is something we've been talking about now for weeks, if not months on this show. We've had these dark yellow bars up here, which signify kind of the short liquidation lines where that liquidity is resting. And we've seen that finally get taken out. And we've obviously seen a very volatile move up. And now this is the first time we're starting to see dark yellow lines on the bottom side, right? So that means the market is opening up a lot of leverage longs. And so on the flip side, rather than have all the dark yellow lines up top, the liquidity is starting to form to the bottom side, which is normal, right? It's what you would expect when you get a big breakout. The liquidity gets grabbed to the upside and you'll see liquidity form to the downside. So it's going to be interesting. There's still a lot of liquidity up here left to grab. Especially after breaking an all-time high. But it'll kind of be interesting to see this next week or two as the market kind of stabilizes, where does the liquidity kind of settle? And right now we're kind of seeing like a battle of 50-50 on both sides. So in terms of the technicals, as you guys know, I missed last week, which sucks because I wanted to talk about how I was finally right. I obviously was wrong the previous week. I took a short here, got stopped out, and then the next week I basically said, hey, this is a good long opportunity because we did finally get the breakout of the range. And then, anytime we look for a breakout, we look for a back test, right? So when we back tested this range is when I kind of signaled the long setup. Luckily, we had been a little bit more conservative with our stop loss target, just because, with the break of the channel, we're looking for all-time highs and a continuation of this next leg up. So, in terms of risk to reward, I thought it was okay to give myself a little bit more leeway on the stop loss. We did use something called the ATR, which is called the average true range. to give me my stop loss. Basically, the ATR, it's a technical indicator. It just basically tracks the average length or size of the candle within the range, right, or the period selected. So it was at about 2,500, right? Was the ATR, which means from our entry, we want to go $2,500 in price to the downside. That's kind of like our range that we'll give as kind of like a pillow for our entry. And this was where it ended up, right? So $2,500 down from our entry, and it was very close. Like I think it was within like a couple $100 of getting stopped out. But that's why I like to be very conservative with my entry and my stop loss when doing like a big swing trade like this. So as you guys can see, that long has paid off really well. My first big profit level was the breakout of all-time high, so I have closed about 25% of this long position. And now that we're in the green, it's all about scaling out slowly, right? So we can move that stop loss to entry now that we've broken the all-time high and hit our first big profit. So our stop loss would be moved up here, basically guaranteeing us profits. And like I said, now it's all about where do we scale out, right? And it's interesting too. I made a tweet. This was a day after our last stream, but I'd made a tweet basically, as we were kind of rejecting from that all-time high. We were really close, but we kind of front ran it. And so I was expecting some sort of a retracement. I saw two scenarios in which we could get that bounce to all-time high. Scenario one was the more bullish case scenario where we had reversed on the value area high. But scenario two, which I thought was more likely, was that we would retrace to retest the channel, retest the range point of control before we made that big move up. And as you can see, it was very accurate in calling that bounce. What's funny is, as a technical trader, you'll hear people say, well, this pump was all because of the elections and because of the the Trump election, Trump winning, and the TA kind of followed that. But I actually think, it's kind of like a TA thing to say, fundamentals follow technical. So the joke is like Trump won because the technically was a long setup. So, anyways, it was regardless, it was very accurate predicting that bounce. And so now we're at all time highs. And anytime you're at all time highs, you got to be a little bit careful, especially when something is pumping with so much volume after the elections. The price has already kind of got factored in. It's got priced in after this big pump. So what I would kind of expect is some sort of a retracement before continuation of this new leg. But what's very bullish is that we finally really broke high term time frame market structure to the upside. We had a confirmed breakout of the channel and now a confirmed breakout of the all time high. So for me, I think this is just a small portion of the next really big leg up for Bitcoin, which is really hard to tell where it goes. I have this final take profit off of the target of the flag, the bull flag that we've had drawn out for a while. But it's very speculative. When you're talking about, finding price targets for untouched price levels, very, very tough. So, but yeah, that's basically what I have this week, but extremely, extremely bullish price action on Bitcoin now. And like I said, I think this is just the beginning.
Yeah, I agree. It's broken out, which is huge. It's taken out those short positions. I think it's going to be clear sailing ahead right now, but it doesn't mean it just goes straight up. You always have that consolidation, but it's consolidating outside of the channel and starting to build a new range. Be interesting to see how high and how fast it goes. It's something that you really don't want to get caught trying to outsmart. I think there's a lot of money at play right now that's going to try to move it when they are ready. And that institutional money is going to be able to lead the charge there. And if you're not in control of those billions of dollars, it's better to set it and forget it.
For sure. And
Do you have price targets in mind at all in this? Because I have no idea exactly where it's going. Like, what are your thoughts?
yeah, so when you're talking about all-time highs, it's very difficult. It's one of the hardest things, especially as a technical trader, to predict or to trade off of, because at the end of the day, these lines on the chart, these price bars, this is data, right? We're making trades and decisions based on data on the chart, which is, price action, right? So all these lines and these boxes, this is all based on price action data, right? So when you break into all-time highs, right, there is no data to really base a trade off of, right? There are obviously some tools that are good for all-time highs. One that we've talked about on the show is using the price target for the bull flag breakout, right, which is where I got this price target from. So if you actually go, I put on logarithmic scale, right, and I go and I do what we had talked about, where we take the length of the bull flag pole, right, and you move it
Yeah.
over to the breakout. That's basically where I'm getting this target from. Is basically a 1-to-1 extension of this flagpole, right? So that's one target I have in mind. Another thing you can do that's really common is Fibonacci extensions and negative fibs, and Fibonacci expansions. So this is probably something you guys have seen people do. But this is called a fib extension. So basically, what we're doing is we're using the Fibonacci percentages, but in an extended ratio from this impulsive move up. So these are other things to look at, like the 1618 could be a good area. So around, I would say this is probably it has 105. It's at 105K. I would say about 100K is more safe if you're using the 1618, because that's the other thing. Psychological levels, I think, are very a big thing to use. So like 100K is somewhere I would definitely scale out a little bit. But outside of that, it's not a lot of super accurate tools for predicting, price action that's never been touched. The other thing, I guess, is Elliott waves, which again, very complicated. I'm not even the best at it. I do use Elliott waves from time to time. Like, this would be a good scenario to use them, but I don't really have a great Elliott wave count yet. That's something I'll have to take some time to kind of formulate. But yeah, it's like I said, it's tough to predict where price is going to reverse when you don't really have previous data to back that up.
Yeah, my thoughts are we're going to have a psychological breakover around 100,000 market cap. And I could see the Bitcoin dominance breaking down around the 80 to 90,000 market cap. But it might continue on. The price could continue on upwards, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be taking profits there and moving them elsewhere at that number. So it's not much of a difference for them, as if you're investing and looking into moving it into other parts of crypto. 90 to 100, it's not so much of a difference. Institutions will look at it differently, but many investors, I think, are going to move their money from Bitcoin to other coins around the 80 to 90 range to front run and make sure like they don't get stuck or left behind if it sells off at all, and then miss out on the other fun stuff in the bull run, like meme coins, Ethereum, stuff like that. That's my guess.
Yeah, definitely. And so obviously this is something that I've been talking about and had on my chart for 2 months now. And obviously it's very closely followed this trend line to the upside. This is the weekly chart. So every one of these candles is a week, right? So it's actually might be closer to 3 months actually that I've had this on my chart for. And so the last 3 months, it's followed this trend line up perfectly. And we're now officially hitting that resistance. So my zone of confluence was between 60 to 62%. Like this, basically the 618 that lines up really nicely with where you saw this kind of drop off last cycle. So, we're seeing a little bit of a rejection on Bitcoin dominance, nothing like what you'd want to see in like a real meme coin cycle. But if you look at price or Bitcoin dominance in previous cycles and compare it to when we had the, quote unquote meme cycle, they all occurred right almost directly after the previous cycle all-time high break. So what's interesting is we're not only getting this confluence from the technical reasoning, right, on the Bitcoin dominance chart, but it's lining up perfectly with the break of the all-time high on Bitcoin. So I actually think the time might be now, like the meme coin altcoin season. I think it's like we're there, in terms of technical and fundamental reasoning. If you look at past data from previous cycles, you got every box checked. Technically, from a technical standpoint, Bitcoin dominance is at a major line of resistance. And then also, like I said, fundamentally, with Bitcoin breaking all-time highs, that's exactly what you'd want to see when you look for an altcoin season, because the last 2 cycles were the meme coin and altcoin season were, on the dot triggered by the all-time high break. So it's going to be interesting, but I'm in favor of saying, hey, meme coin season's like, just beginning. I think it's meets every requirement to be starting up now. So
Yeah, and this is where it's not an exact science because it doesn't directly correlate meme coin season with Bitcoin all-time high. Like when I say all-time high, I mean the future all-time high, whatever it's going to end up at in this bull run. Right now, you're going to see a lot of movement already in the meme coins, gearing up for that liquidity to flood in. But if you try to outsmart it, there's no real big dips, I don't think, coming. I think liquidity is coming, and you want to get locked into your position for that movement. It'll be interesting to see. But it's honestly ahead of schedule. It's bullish. It's more money than ever, more liquidity than ever in this market, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, I don't even know where we're going to be at this year. It could be where I thought we were going to be in Q1 of 2025. We might be hitting some amazing numbers on meme coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, before the end of this year, and then next year we could go into an unprecedented bull run in a good way.
Yeah, that's the other thing that's going to be really interesting to see how it performs this cycle is Solana versus Ethereum. Obviously, this cycle Solana has been, drastically outperforming ETH so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if ETH catches up. But right now, you're seeing a lot of the liquidity that in previous cycles flowed into ETH is being flowed into Solana. So it's interesting because you look at you go to the Solana chart, right? And let me go off logarithmic. So you look at the Solana chart this cycle and how close we kind of are to all-time highs. And then you look at and how much, I guess, pump that we've seen this cycle compared to ETH. And ETH's got a lot longer way to go to break all-time highs. But wow, I mean, today or this week was a really big week for ETH, clearly. And we're testing really big resistance on ETH as well. But it's going to be interesting because ETH, as everyone knows, has been really lagging behind Solana this cycle. And so part of me thinks that, it needs to catch up. I think that'll get factored in at some point. So ETH might perform a little bit better, I think, than expected in the coming weeks, in my opinion. But it's going to be interesting. You have a little battle there between ETH and Solana, between the two chains that are, functionality wise, very similar.
But do you think it's a battle? Like, I feel like there's going to be enough liquidity for both, different people on each one. I'm wondering if it's going to come to Ethereum or Solana first, or it's going to happen more together. And it doesn't really make a difference which one it comes to first. Like, if it's coming to ETH or Solana, watch out. Like, we're in meme coin season.
I think they'll both perform well, but I do think that there's a direct correlation between the two tokens. There is going to be so much liquidity for all these tokens that I think, like I said, they're all going to perform very well. But when you have two chains that are very close, they like I said, functionality wise, they do the same thing. Like they're directly correlated to each other in that way. So, like I said, it'll be interesting. I don't think we've seen a direct competitor to ETH this strong in any previous cycle. So it's going to be interesting. But what I do think is, like I said, I think everything will perform well, and Bitcoin performing well, Ethereum performing well, Solana performing well. It can only benefit the space as a whole.
Yeah, and there's more money than ever. So you can't look at the previous cycle and say, hey, one's not going to have enough. There is more money than ever in crypto. And you could see wild, amazing things on both chains happening because of that additional liquidity. That's a really nice looking chart. Wow.
Wow, I was gonna say this is
it's like some
man.
textbook.
It is, and yeah, it's like you
I've
said.
never
That's
seen
why
one like this.
Yeah, it's even harder to predict where Bitcoin is going this cycle, and also these meme coins, because it's like you can't really compare it to any previous cycle because this is the first cycle where there's real institutional money in the crypto market. We have ETFs, we have BlackRock and JP Morgan and some of these massive investment companies buying billions of dollars and pumping billions of dollars into the crypto industry. So it's a completely different cycle. It's so hard to tell how far we can go up. But I will say, I'm very optimistic about it as a whole.
There's nothing really bearish about it at all. And we have the government talking about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. It's just nonstop bullish events that take Bitcoin off of the market. In terms of off the market, I mean being purchased. And we know the less supply, the higher it goes.
Yep.
So it's going to be wild, and I think that meme coin altcoin season is going to last longer than we think, just by the way it's already started and the amount of money that has not even yet to enter it. I don't know. It's going to be fun. I don't know exactly where, but that's the beauty of crypto. Like, it just gets wild.
Yep. Totally.
Well, thank you for charting it. So you're optimistically optimistic, I would say, to summarize it.
I'm short-term cautiously optimistic because, like I said, I think we have a lot of fundamental factors that have already been kind of factored in, which is like a confirmed Trump victory. So now what you would expect is some sort of like short-term sell-off and correction before move up. Long-term on crypto, I've never been as bullish as I am now.
Yeah, it's wild how every single thing that we wanted to happen for crypto is happening, and sooner than we expected it. So great update, and I'm happy that you are here for our all-time high broadcast.
Couldn't miss
Technically,
it.
it would have been last night, by the way. We would have
Yeah.
actually had it, right? But we
Yeah.
felt like a few people might be watching the presidential race, including us. So
Yeah.
it was better to do it tonight.
Yep. 100%.
I love it. Well, let's throw back some faces if you guys are ready. It's such a nice chart. There's all the beautiful faces. There we go. We got the original crew over here. I like it. It's like a throwback to a bygone era.
You know, sometimes it's nice because you've got the just the general overall kind of rapport of the the five of us it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, the people that hit me up during the week that are just like, man, that Manny, he's just so dry, which is ironic given his blood.
He wet.
Well, every time I go to moisturize, I get distracted, and then I still have dry palms. It's life.
I'm really worried about your skin.
Or lack of, if you're taking a look.
Do you have a good dermatologist?
I think I'd need more of a subcutaneous doctor than a dermatologist, because the derm is sort of gone. But the Democrats lost, and we are in for a we're in for a new administration, guys. I mean, not to get political, and I say the only thing political I talk about in my pants is my wallet, and it's not that impressive. But it's cold outside, so talking political.
Be your pants?
Well, that's where I keep my wallet.
The only thing you get political about is like money. But you're
that's
like, the only thing political I get in my pants is my wallet.
It felt like the most direct route I could take there. I'll be honest with you.
The only thing coming up in my pants is my wallet. Jesus.
Is that a green candle? Or are you excited to see this chart? But on a less serious note, or a more serious note, look at how the economy is reacting so fast to Trump being elected. Bitcoin front ran it. When I saw it go to all-time high, I was like, he's getting elected. Today, we have the stock market absolutely ripping. Gold's pulled back because they think the dollar is going to do better. Another aspect, you have Liv and the PGA are probably going to be working things out, and Bryson DeChambeau is going to be like the head of the United States Golf Department. He got like a shout out during the inauguration speech.
That's fucking scary.
What about
He's
Dana?
a really good. He's a good golfer.
Dude, like his golf game is just something else. Like, it's not scary as him as a person. It's just like
Oh yeah.
He's gone like the complete like Tiger route where he's just like totally jacked and hitting the ball as far as he can. But see if there's longevity in that.
But there's like every single thing seems to be bullish and up today, and he's not even in office yet. I mean, how quickly can it change? It's been 12 hours. Like, did everything? It takes a little time. I feel like for the real estate market to change. Like, you wake up, your house is worth $400,000 more. You check the comps; they're all correct. It takes a minute for that one. Sorry, Paul.
Hey, look, it just goes to show that I can't have it all.
There's always something wrong. And we should focus on that.
It's normally a mic. There's always a mic wrong someplace.
Always the mic. It's always the mic. Always.
Always the mic.
Yeah, that's actually something that's so interesting is that it wasn't just the crypto market that had a massive pump. It was pretty much every market, from the stock market to the dollar index to Bitcoin to meme coins. Everything pumped, which is just a sign of how the world views the Trump administration taking office. It's clearly everything from real estate to crypto thinks that it's bullish. But one thing I will say about the U.S. dollar is that the dollar did pump pretty substantially as well, and that's actually something that you want to see. You want to see weakness in the dollar. At least in previous cycles, the real Bitcoin like massive run comes when the dollar is being kind of devalued and kind of dropping. And so that's something that you're going to want to look for. I think that's part of the reason that Bitcoin has kind of been suppressed the last few months, is that there's been a lot of strength in the dollar, which isn't necessarily something you want to see for a coin or asset like Bitcoin.
Well, I've got good news for you. Printers are on. They say they're going to lower rates again, so that should help inflate or lower the value of the dollar.
Yeah, but
again, another bullish thing happening for our market.
I think this brings a point to kind of like what Storm was saying though about a potential sell-off though, right? Because right now this is a reaction to something that happened. This isn't necessarily the market saying this, right? And so this is kind of a little bit of a euphoric situation of like betting on the come. Pause.
Pause.
Damn it. I'll explain that joke to Buck later. But point being, right, is like typically markets over time, things happen and they, hopefully go up over time or whatnot. But this is, I think a lot of people are very bullish because Trump was elected. I know, at least in my world, a lot of people were waiting to make decisions as far as buying or investing until the election. And I think the outcome has to be the most bullish thing, at least for the investment markets and whatnot. I'm excited to see whatever tax plan he puts forward because I know that's going to save me a shit ton of money.
And the question is, to summarize what we're all talking about. I like how you go from one square to the other. It's like magic.
Bloodboy?
Can you hear me? Which room are you in? Is he teleporting?
I'll pop out at the right time.
That's what I thought it was, as she said.
I think Bloodboy's muted.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm losing my mind over here a little bit. But the question is, have the markets priced
Those
the
moves,
Trump election in? That's the question, I think, here. Like, if they priced it in...
How about Storm?
No, I don't think so. I don't think the market priced the election in. I think it's being priced in right now, right? I think now that he's won, we're seeing a spike. But I think to Storm's point, there might be a little bit of a correction.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, did they overprice it in? I don't think that's the actual term. And there's going to be a correction. Or, maybe they're waiting to see, are we going to get, not we, because I'm not running for government, but are the Republicans going to get the House also and have like a carte blanche for pushing things through that could be even more bullish for the fiscal sector? Where is
Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett, yes, the one from the iceberg ship. It's carte blanche.
Yeah.
Now
Sorry,
I'm doubting all of
Jump
my.
Street joke.
I'm doubting all of my quasi-French words now. Having a little bit of a croissant moment over here. But, where is this pricing in happening? Because we don't know who's getting elected and we don't know the scope of the government in terms of Congress. And that's also a big factor. it's interesting. This is where I say, like, play it stupid, do nothing, have your money in, and don't try to outsmart it.
Yeah, I agree. Also, one interesting thing that I don't know where I heard this. I've heard this multiple times though, is that they are thinking about not taxing cryptocurrency too, which would be insane. That would be one of the most bullish things I've heard for
All
crypto in a
the
long time.
all the money in the
0%
U.S.
chance
is
that fucking happens.
all the
Yeah,
money in
it's
the
like
U.S. is
0%.
going to go into crypto. I'd like
Yeah.
to
Well,
sell
Yeah,
$100
like
million.
there's no chance in hell. Like they're like, hey, we're gonna give the banks a bailout. Do you know who we're gonna bail out next? We're not gonna tax the crypto people. No chance in hell, guys. I'm
Look.
sorry. I don't mean to be the one to tell you this, but no chance in hell it's gonna happen. I don't give a
I
shit
think
if
it
they have the
could.
House, the
I-
Senate.
I think it could. I could.
Spike says we've got the House and the Senate. Wow.
Great.
I'm voting, by the way, Paul, I appreciate your realistic opinion, but I'm voting for everything Storm is saying because we'll have trillions of dollars flowing into crypto if there's no taxes on it.
Well, and the U.S. government's going to own. They're one of the top holders in Bitcoin, and so if they do something that's going to help move the price up, they're also accumulating wealth that way. But Trump's tax plan is really interesting, where he's going to raise tariffs basically to kind of subsidize the taxes, which I think is super smart because it to a degree kind of helps stimulate growth within our own economy by trying to lessen imports and promote more like growth within our own industries in the United States. So I think it's a really interesting concept. I haven't really heard any other politician recently ever talk about that, of like, really putting a massive increase on tariffs and using that as a way to kind of slow down or lessen taxes for the American people.
I think it's pretty unrealistic that it happens, but I'm all for it. I definitely would vote for that type of bill, but it's sort of like, putting in going on a Solana play with $4 and hoping for $1 million, which I'll still do no matter what, but doesn't always come through. House results, Republican, yeah, we're still a little bit off for the House, and that could be part of that pricing in. Could get, if they take the House, it could go even more, the markets. I guess we'll see. And this is where you don't want to be caught in that adjustment. You just want to be in and knowing that if you zoom out more long term, it's going up. But bullish all around. Really wild times. Really interesting. They're printing money. Trump has been elected. Markets are roaring. It's everything we hoped for. There's days in the summer, Storm, where we were like just totally forgot that these days are coming. You're like in the trenches, everything's going to hell. No charts can go up more than like 4% without a complete sell-off. And you're like, yeah, are you sure? I'm not really sure. Is it really going to happen? So
Yep.
Kudos to everybody who's stuck with it, that are still here, still surviving, have their positions. You deserve it. And there's going to be a lot of goodness coming. But wild times.
Oh, dude. At one point, crypto Twitter was literally in the process of just eating everybody. It's like, how many people can you throw under the bus and telling them that you're just a scammer and somebody that's just rugging everybody? So now we'll see how quickly it is until everybody starts to love each other again.
Everybody seems to love each other more when they're making money, but it
Facts.
turns quickly. It turns quickly when you're not. It's the people you meet in the down are the people you want to keep around you in the up. Make sure you don't meet all your friends in the bull market. You'll have some shocks, some real surprises at the end when it's this PvP, everybody eat each other battle. You want to know who's near you.
Is that your equivalent of, if you can't handle me at my worst, you can't have me at my best?
That would be my vows to my wife. I think they were pretty close to exactly those words, but the word best was not in it. It was like, if you can't handle me at my worst, we shouldn't do this. I'm just messing. But let's, what's going on in your guys' world? Speaking of real estate, Paul, walk us through a little bit what's going on with real estate. I know prices did not get priced in overnight, and we're really sorry that real estate values didn't just shoot up magically. So sincerely, our condolences for that. But what do you see from this election happening?
Man, I think overall it's going to be crazy bullish, dude. I think that there's going to be, as Fed continues to drop rates, I think companies are going to spend more, specifically on research and development. They're going to start hiring more. All that stuff is going to insert more liquidity into the markets. The problem is it's not something that happens immediately, right? So if they drop rates 2 months ago were dropped a half point. If they drop it a quarter, they typically say it takes 12 months to 18 months for that to really kind of work its way in. So a lot of that is just typically just sentiment, right? And so what it does do is for lines of credit that I have, business lines of credit, right? That drops a half point, it'll drop a quarter point. Crazy thing is that there's about 7 trillion in commercial loans that's resetting over the next couple of years, and a lot of that falls on local banks. That's not something that's going to fall on your JP Morgan, your Chase, your Wells Fargo. A lot of those commercial relationships are all local banks, and so unfortunately that's disproportionate. And so the one thing that you'll never hear is that the government's going to bail out local banks. But what they will do is they'll lower interest rates, and that lowering interest rates will enable people to go ahead and refi, and that refi will act as a bailout. Because, dude, what you don't want to do is see that amount of money hit these local banks. It will just destroy them, basically. As interest rates are going up right now, you're not seeing a lot of multifamily being built. It just doesn't make sense. So I think that right now, if you are a renter, there's an opportunity to get a much lower rental rate. But I do think what's going to happen is that there's not going to do as many new apartment starts. And so that's going to be 12 months to 24 months from now, even out to 48 months, you're going to see a decline in inventory, which means that rental rates are going to go up. So I think this could time perfectly with 2025 being a huge crypto spike. At that point, guys, what I would suggest that you do is start to look at investing in real estate, because I think rental rates are going to go up pretty drastically in the next 12 to 24 months.
It was interesting. It was about 2 years ago. I was in Miami, and that investment bank, I think it was in Miami, that investment bank in Silicon Valley went under. You remember that?
Oh, dude. Yeah. My brother-in-law is a partner at Wilson Sonsini, and so they do a lot within mergers and acquisitions and helping startups within the tech space. And so, dude, there's a good amount of exposure there. Actually, I invested in a company that had just had a seed round. They just invested $3 million in that bank, and they were certainly shitting themselves at that point.
Yeah, no, it's not good, but I took a closer look at the commercial side of these community banks. We're talking, small to mid-sized banks, and basically they were paying too much money to lend you money and make money. So now with them printing, it's going to be a huge relief, so they can actually lend money and be able to make money and stay afloat, because we don't need a commercial bank bailout for everybody. It's not a good look. China had to do something like that, and it's not very pretty at all. So it's really needed, and I think that was this impending doom that was going to happen. Everything else was minor compared to those commercial real estate loans that were about to come due, where the bank can't afford to lend you it for a price that people could stay in business. That's going to be a major relief for businesses, for the banking industry. I haven't really looked at those commercial, banking stocks, and not financial advice, but this could be a good time for people to take a look at some good mid-size, mid-size to low-size commercial bank stocks. I wonder what they're doing. They could really see a surge, because I think they were oversold. Some of them were pretty solid and oversold.
Dude, where I think there's a crazy opportunity right now, especially if you have a lot of liquidity, is to come in and potentially scoop up some of these commercial properties. If you don't need to get a loan to do it, I do think that there's certainly a buy low moment right now. The other opportunity, I think, too, is depending on which cities you're in, is looking at builders and developers, because if they purchased in 2019 to say 2022, they bought, at least in Austin, at a much inflated price. And now these guys, they're upside down, right? So the bank is taking these assets back, and you're able to actually buy these assets at, say, 50 to 60 cents on the dollar. And that's a huge opportunity.
The Langham Hotel building, which was a former IBM building, just went bankrupt, and it's just they turned the keys over back to the bank with the way the mortgage was, and they had I believe, purchased around that time, and I guess it didn't go well, and they may have been looking and saying, oh, well, if we keep this, we're going to be due for all of this commercial debt, and we have no way of getting out. We're just going to file bankruptcy or Chapter 11, whatever it is that they did to get rid of the property. Yeah, I don't have commercial real estate money right now. I'm more looking for low cap shit coins. That would be my budget.
I just put a bunch of money in. There's one called Ashby. I don't know if you have a who's got a mildly retarded girlfriend by the name of Ashby, or apparently she's got autism. Sitting at currently about a 500-600 market cap. That's where I put some money.
Is our hold on? Do we have an autistic echo? I'm just curious about that.
I think we do have an autistic echo. Shout out to the Ashby community, by the way.
That was just me.
Oh my god. I mean, like, there's just no end to how fucked up this community is. I mean, like, it's like we're gonna be like, oh no, she's autistic. It's like she's dating a fucking frog. She's full on retarded. I'm sorry, I can't say that.
Yeah, but then you're like, no, don't worry. But some of the top holders also have pedo bear. No, that doesn't help the situation.
Oh, dude, I'm not even gonna bring it up, bro. I'm not going there.
How do you tell it? How do you explain a raid team like, we're gonna need you to raid for this? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, you can't really promote that anywhere. Like, Twitter's having some challenges. We're getting suspended. Why? Well, let me explain to you the project name.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Not gonna talk about it on here.
That one has limitations, but it's just the name of another coin, by the way, just to be very, very clear.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to commercial real estate.
We'll get canceled real quick. Yep.
So anyways, but it is
here's Wonderwall. No, just kidding.
So what are you guys buying these days? Like in the market? What I know
this one called Pedo Bear. I'm just kidding.
And sometimes you have things in your mind. Sometimes you process them, and sometimes as soon as they come into your head, you speak them. I like to go with the latter. Take out the processing moment, just in and immediately say it. What are you guys buying these days? Storm, what are you buying? I know Paul's probably buying commercial real estate or even the banks themselves, but for those of us with humble starts and,
I had a humble start.
That's true. I shouldn't say it that way. But those of us who are not buying commercial real estate and the banks, what shit coins are you buying? What meme coins are you guys in right now?
I've been very trenchy the last month or two, where I've been like, there's a million coins I've bought and sold and gotten in and out. But as of recently, I did CTO that protagonist coin, which has been really fun. As Blood knows, it's a ton of work. So we CTO'd it like 4 or 5 days ago. So it's been a lot. I mean, especially the first week of CTOing a coin, it's like 12, 14 hours a day just on your computer, setting up Telegram, running raids, getting art and content lined up. But it's been really fun, and I'm glad I finally found a project that I really resonate with. So, it's the first project I've really taken over. But outside of that, obviously invested quite a bit.
Dude, can you throw that up on full screen real quick?
Yeah, the protagonist.
I'd love to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. It's actually a good little TA lesson for us. If you want to throw that project. Yeah. So this is the protagonist chart. Just to give you guys a little story. I bought initially, it was sealed in one of the groups I'm in, right around here. And so I bought in, I liked the Tigger. It was originally kind of just like a protagonist anime, not even anime related ticker, but it just had protagonist in the name. And so we bought it. The dev like almost instantly rugged it. And within the same day, I got together with a couple of my friends that were in the group, and we're like, dude, this ticker is so bullish. And we've been talking about doing like an anime project for like a really long time, because the space doesn't really have like a legitimate anime project There's no like front running anime project. And also the other thing that we've seen is two of these strongest projects the last couple weeks have been culture coins. So like Giga and Sigma. There's something that's called culture coins, which is, like Giga's kind of like the fitness culture coin, the alpha male. And so anyways, they're like considered culture coins, and anime obviously is like a very large culture within itself. It's something that I think has like a direct correlation between the crypto community and then like the anime community. Just so many big crypto influencers with like anime PFPs or anime names. And it's also something that I love. I'm a big anime fan. So anyways, we decided to CTO it, and it very quickly within like a day and a half hit over 1 million market cap. Yeah, about 1.1 million market cap. We consolidated for a little bit, and then as with any project, you get that like initial really big pump and then sell off, which I think is really healthy. We saw a lot of like very early buyers from like before we CTO'd dump like 1 to 3% at a time on the way down. And take a guess where we found a nice little floor is the 786. So I texted you guys obviously before the show, and I think this is a great buying opportunity. We kind of found that floor at the 786, and we have a lot of really cool plans to kind of promote this project and push it even harder than we first did the first couple of days. So really good buying opportunity, and it's something that I want to push really hard and put a lot of money into. And I think it's just all around a really cool project that I think could do like really, really insane numbers, especially with what projects like Giga and Sigma are doing. So
what is the protagonist, if you don't mind me asking, so I could understand it better?
Yeah, so I'll go to the Twitter. I guess that's probably better to show you guys that. So obviously protagonist in a story, it's like the main character, right? So we wanted to make it like an anime themed project though. So we mainly focus on like the protagonist of different anime. And I'm not sure, like I said, I don't know if you guys are anime fans at all, but one of the coolest content that exists are anime edits. And like I used to watch them all the time on TikTok. They're just so dope. Like this is one. I don't know if the sound probably won't play, but here's kind of like the animations. This is kind of like just some of the animations you can get with some of the
for the protagonist.
Yeah, so these are all kind of built around the protagonists or the heroes of the story. And we do this content on different anime projects, focusing on like the main character. And kind of our theme, the narrative of the project is like, forge your own destiny, become the hero, become the protagonist of your crypto journey, or like the main character, right? And so we've got, within the last couple of days, we've just had so much cool outreach of different crypto influencers and just regular people within the community that have, a deep history with anime, like myself. I grew up watching anime. I have like 5 anime tattoos. Like that was my childhood. And I'm also part Japanese, obviously. So anime within itself has a very cool, special part in my heart. And what I found is there's so many people in the crypto community that also share that same, that same feeling towards anime. And so it's been really cool. It's been really fun for me to launch this project, and we're still very early on. Like I said, we're kind of like right in the heat of that first initial sell-off, and we're just gonna continue pushing it. And I'm very confident that we get another really big leg up as we kind of prove to people that hey, this is like a long-term project. We also have a bunch of really cool collaborations kind of lined up that we'll kind of unveil here soon. But yeah, I think part of the reason like every project gets like that big initial sell off to the 786 is 90+% of projects rug within the first day or two. So it's almost kind of like when you see people start to sell, it's this cascading event, and then people are kind of waiting around like, okay, are they going to keep pushing it? Are they going to continue to put money into it and unload good and better content? And that's something that obviously we plan to do. And so I think this project is going to recover very quickly and very strongly. And it's just something I'm having a lot of fun with, dude. Like you guys should definitely go watch some of these videos when you get some time. But they're just like so well made and so high quality.
You guys did this? Your team did this?
Yeah. So I have a content creator who's a kind of a big TikTok animator. We have 2 animators for our videos. One of them is a guy that I kind of found is like a third party guy that one of my favorite TikTok content creators that I know, and I reached out to him like, dude, I'll pay you. I'll do whatever I need to do to get your content with our coin. So half of these videos are his videos. And then the other half is we have another really cool in-house artist who bought really early, who we kind of are connected to. He's kind of he's on our team basically. And so he does a lot of videos for us too, but he's more of like an in-house guy. So between the two of them, we got, really cool video content. We also got some like pretty funny, like anime manga related memes that are kind of like comic book style memes for the art. And then just kind of like cool quotey anime style art like this that's kind of like retro style. So between those two things, dude, it's just like the content is so good. It's literally unlimited. Like the amount of cool anime scenes at our fingertips is like legitimately like unlimited. So there's so many cool alleyways that we're gonna go with it. And I'm excited for it, dude. Really excited for it.
That's dope. We've done Bloodboy as Goku and many animated characters. We should talk, and maybe we could throw it in as a cool protagonist twist, because we have a lot of animation stuff there, and people definitely react positively to anime. And if you guys are gathering all the different anime with, under the umbrella of protagonists, which I like that idea a lot. It's really cool. You're going to touch a lot of different people's childhoods or, anime that they like to watch. Dope. And we threw the CA up for anybody who wants to check it out in the chat. So you can go and look, and it's on the screen right now, the protagonist, so you can see their Twitter and go ahead and follow them. And I'm sure Storm also has it tagged, 800 to 900 times on his Twitter as well, just in case. Case.
Let me show you my Twitter the last 3 days. Let me show you my Twitter, which is all pro content, which is kind of what you got to do. But yeah, dude, Bloodboy, definitely the protagonist, and I'd love to do something with you guys.
We have the art made already. Like we have a bunch of Bloodboy anime art combined made already. So we can do something. Speaking of animated art, this sounds like the perfect segue to our musical intermission. Let's pull off that screen and bring back Jumping Planets and the crew.
I do have one question real quick while they get booted up. Man, what is your favorite anime, Storm?
Naruto is definitely so I actually have this. This is like the Sharingan tattoo of my favorite character, one of my best friend's favorite character.
That's dope.
But Naruto is my favorite anime of all time. I mean, it's kind of basic. It's like the most widely recognized one. I've seen like a million, but Naruto is just like that childhood nostalgic anime for me. And it's honestly, I think it's like the best literature ever made. 100%. So good.
Where would you rank it with the Bible, just for all of our Christian listeners out there?
It's up there. It's actually comparable. I'm not gonna lie. It's comparable.
I was a big Ninja Scroll fan.
I'm a fan of all fiction, the Bible or Naruto, personally.
Yeah. I'll read the Bible if it's anime. Can we get an anime Bible?
Think about the first, how it started.
The Bible started as anime?
Yeah, it was just somebody that was really convincing.
Oh. Yeah.
What have you guys been working on?
We've been working on this JP wallet.
No, I love that. Hey, by the way, I don't know if y'all dude Zeely dropped a track called Memes that is fire.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah. Some new
Are
shit
you
out
serious?
Yeah, it's dope as fuck.
Yeah, I'm not even getting the alpha on your memes, let alone the memes in the crypto market. So it's like, no, you got to be in a private chat to get memes early. We'll let you know when we win the Grammy. You'll get it. It's God damn. Well, congratulations on the music.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we've some cool shit coming. Cool stuff on the way.
Is it released yet, or?
Memes is released. Yeah. That song is out there. I'll send it over to you, Bloodboy.
Thank you. I always
send it through the bloodstream.
But maybe we can hear a little snippet of it on the musical intermissions. I like it. It's a great name for a song.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, you guys seem
I'm
to
currently
agree.
trying to buy some protagonists right now. So.
Zealy's
Get
like,
that.
let me find someone who's definitely going to agree with me. Oh, Buck, he's probably going to say it's a good song.
All right, man. Let's see what y'all got.
Yeah. Check. Yeah. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. We're in a house vibe today. We're in a house mood, guys. Yeah. It's the Crypto Takeover show. A little musical break. We are jumping planets. Yeah. DJ Buck Rodgers. Come on. Sip. Yeah. Backing it, you know we the protagonists, stay black with it, in a place about the jacket lit, y'all know we get down, we never get up, we always in the middle, gotta say that, it's real constant, do the shit, yeah, gotta speak conscience, me and my squad, we is the team, we are the ones, we are the guys, we are regimes, better know right now, this too fast, never slow that down, yeah, real sounds, real heat, know what's up, bring it straight to the beat, come on, JP in the house like, yo.
This right here is my
Swag.
All the girls are on me.
Yeah.
Everybody pay attention.
Yeah.
This right here is my pretty boy swag.
Got the swag on deck, know what's up, gotta come with the brags on deck. My team, yeah, we just different. I tried to tell y'all we get lifted, but they think that they get with it. But we gon' go ahead and get scientific. See, we break it down to molecules, like the market, not volatile. We just maintain off the main brain, never been a lame brain. Gotta do my thing when I thing bang. Leave a stain on the drain, they don't wanna get none. Yeah, we insane. Crawl out the hole like Bane. They about to know my name. Bloodboy there, that's in the vein. Real shit, homie, y'all get cream. Let me take back the syrup. Let me pull out the footwork. Let me go with my damn thing. Let me show them my hook first. I come down with the uppercut. We pick it up, no but the cup. They wanna vibe, then we can let them know right now. JP on the road. Yeah. We on the road. Yeah, stay focused, man. We lions, we approaching, man. Try to tell y'all no hocus pocus, man. Y'all wanna vibe like this, come vibe like this. Come vibe like this. Come vibe like this. JP. Buck Rodgers on the saxophone. Play that saxophone. Get down, get down. We gotta get stay. Down. Get down, get down. Get down, get down. Get down. Yeah. Crypto Takeover, the only CTO that matters. Jumping planets from Earth to Saturn. What's up? We just moved through the constellation. We gon' need your concentration. We don't need no evaluation. But hello to my people and salutation. To all my boys, it's congratulations. When we go up, no devastating. We stay in effect right here. We about to do it best, do of the year. Make that clear, we going hard, we are the point of the spear. We gon' go through the function, this is my bull market conjunction. I just move, I vibe, he got my back, my guy, so we gon' let it fly. Yeah, we gon' let it fly. different. BoughtTheBlock in the building, Bloodboy in the building, Storm trading in the building, JP we in the building, from floor to the ceiling, yeah. We gon' bat like the inning, yeah. We go hard cause we win it, yeah. Take that beat then we skin it, yeah. Bloodboy, we gon' get you some skin. We up in the zone right now, we gon' win. I ain't even write this down with a pen, it's freestyle. I'm the big rooster at the hen, I might go back and chill out. I never slow or pill out. I just move at the speed, velocity, my philosophy. Come on. Yeah, Buck Rodgers likes when I do that shit, you know what I mean? He likes that. Let's go. 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 1 to the 2. Yeah. 1 to the 2. Yeah. 1 to the 2. Yeah, 1 to the 2. We moving up. You choosing us. We might just go bull market on this bitch. Let's go. You know it's us. We bruise it up. Can't throw it up. We do it up. Just maneuver up. Let me go ahead on the breakdown. It's a shakedown. Yeah, you relate to that town. We getting hot like the equator. JP, we are the new innovators. Might snap back. That's a new alligator. Might add the numbers up. Don't need a calculator right now. On the track, we the real innovator, but we still hold it down. Where's the evaluation? Please let me know. You know we here. Buck, Roger, yeah, it's clear. We never stop. Leave y'all in the rear. And if they really got a problem, then I'm sorry, my dear. We move to another level. Decibel, electrical. We professional. I try to tell y'all this ain't sexual, but like BoughtTheBlock said, we come. We on a run, Buck banging that drum, come get you some, scary movie like The Nun, none 1, none 2, no kung fu might come through, no bullet but gun fool might just take a play, take it away, we gon' do it today, come on. Yeah.
Walking on a dream.
Yeah.
Walking on a dream.
Yeah, Buck Rodgers feeling real emo today, let's go baby.
Walking on a dream.
Yeah.
How can I explain?
Jumping planets in the building, come on.
Talking to myself.
JP in the building, come on.
Talking to myself.
Crypto takeover, come on.
Talking to myself. Walking on a dream.
DJ Buck Rodgers, the one and only, y'all.
How can I explain?
Yeah.
Talking to myself.
He a weirdo.
Will I see again?
Yeah, I talk to myself. If I had legs, I would walk with myself. Put a spark to myself, cause I'm way too hot in the dark with myself. Y'all do not want not to do that. Y'all better understand, move that. We new in the place, yeah, we do that. That new shit, they brew back. Might mix it, might jazz it up. You know what's up when we spaz it up. And if it ain't tied down, we gon' wrap it up. I back it up, I'm back with the average stuff. No, we lavish stuff, and if we damage what? Anybody that wanna come in and be an impersonator, we don't ever stop. We just want to save ya, get them boys back in safety, they too mad they can't hate me, where's a place you could take me, I need to go where it ain't shady. I need the sunlight, I need the gunfight, I need the real shit, I need the limelight, and they say 2020 be the hindsight, but you better get your mind right, come on. JP, crypto takeover for real, for real. For real, this feel like protagonist music right here, for real. Yeah, this is a real live anime. Shout out to our boy Storm. Yeah. DJ Buck Rodgers over here been in the air and shit. If only we could get him to bend the hair. Not careless, Buck Roger, yeah, he is hairless. But we ain't on no scared shit. We do this, we been the rarest. They hate, but they can't compare it. We got the shit, we aware, kid. You don't wanna get none of their kids. Go ahead, we hit you in the snare hit, boom. That be the function, that be the vibe. I'm with my homies, yeah, I'm with my guy. We fly, go to sleep, ain't no lullaby. Crush the guys that hating us, know what's up, we break it up. Y'all are not devastating us, the equation says we might just run. Yeah. Make them what? Bring them what? Come on. Yeah. Does what? Yeah, it's so lovely. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. Yeah, it's so lovely. Make them come together like a pair of butt cheeks. Okay, we get ugly. Hit them with that stick, they too fugly. We gon' run it like rugby. Okay, what's up? You can't sneak me, stuff me. I'm moving it out. I play with no doubt. It's words out my mouth. I'm making them shout. Now what's that about? We call it the heat. We call it the drought. We bringing them out. We hit them real stout. They know how we move. They know how we bounce, but we never out. We always in. JP, baby, we heat for the win. Let's go. Yeah, Crypto Takeover. You are now rocking with the best jumping planet. Yeah, this shit make me want to work out. This shit make Buck Rodgers want to put on tights and run in place. Yeah, this should make Buck Rodgers want to get matching headbands and wristbands and shit. Yeah. What's up, man? It's the Crypto Takeover. We're just vibing, y'all. It's a little music break. We're about to get back to the action shortly. BoughtTheBlock in the building. Bloodboy, Storm Trading. My name is Zilly, DJ Buck Rodgers. We are jumping planets. Damn it! It's a house vibe today. Yeah. And if you ain't that dope, get your ass out the house. And if you ain't too dope, get your ass out the house. And if you way too dope, get your ass in the house. Yeah. Get your ass in the house, come on. Yeah.
I got these beats inside my head. I got these beats inside my head. I got these beats inside my head. I got these beats inside my head.
I got these beats inside my head. I got that heat inside my head. I got that devastating, underrated shit that leave you dead. I mean, like me and my whole crew do this thing, we bust these moves. Y'all don't know, then get in tune. We have now entered the room. Hey.
I got these beats inside my head. I got these beats inside my head. I got these beats inside my head. They won't let me go to bed. They won't let me go to bed. They won't let me go to bed.
They won't let me go to bed. You know why? Cause I just ate a Skittle. I am not too asleep, I am not too awake, I'm somewhere in the middle. Go ahead, solve the riddle. I like them McGriddles. Eat it up, eat it up, eat it up, eat it up. Buck Rodgers gonna beat it up. Come on, give me beats, give me vibes, give me things I can check to, I can wreck to. Know the deal right now. This a real type of shit that you can move your neck to. Maybe bob your head to. Maybe make it get snow in the cold and go and ride a sled too. We gon' get it run through, we gon' get it read through. JP, Crypto Takeover. Come on. It's only CTO that matters. You are now in the building. Yeah, this feel like OG Boiler Room in here right now. Yeah. Throw some potatoes and carrots in this bitch. Let's boil it up. Where my boy Bloodboy at? It's a blood boil. Come on. capacity. When I battle these rappers, it's a tragedy. I am king of the game, no majesty, but I still do the shit from the balcony. Hang your baby off the balcony. I'm MJ, I do the shit all day. They gon' go ahead and put it on replay. Yeah, I be the rapper, but be the DJ. Put us on the freeway, never leeway. Better see what he say. We up in the spot and you know we run it up, cause we always keep it hot like feel like Missy Elliott the way I make sounds. Onomatopoeia hit you with the verbs and the nouns. We don't really give a fuck, we about to hold it down. That's gravity, we an abnormality. Reality is not right here, we back in the function. Y'all know what's up, dog, cause you suck and we don't care. We ain't the surface, we too dope. We will unearth shit, we make haters move like a serpent. Yes, we gon' work it, yes, we is worth it. Yes, that's your turf, bitch, and we took it over. JP, baby, let's get it. Yeah, we gon' need room. Yeah. Look, I'm gon' need some room at the function. This is not a bad boy production. I'm gon' need some room at the function. This is not no bad boy production. I'm gon' need some room at the function. This is not no bad boy production. No Diddy. What's up, man? We are jumping planets. You and I rocking with the best. It's the crypto takeover, the only CTO that matters. Yeah. Shout out to our homies. Shout out to Dago Inu. Yeah. Shout out to Ashby. Mary Kate and Ashby. That's a flip. Oh yes, I get rigorous, might fuck it up, I am your polygamous. People mad, I do not eat licorice, but who the fuck really like black licorice? Like Kanye, I'ma get niggerish. Lot of rappers talking shit, it's just gibberish, but I swear to God, all the shit is hit and miss. No Rob D trick, but we ridiculous. Let me get down like this. Let me go ahead and be in towns like this. I found my shit. Me and Buck Rodgers around your shit. JP, we are out of your orbit. Wanna play some games, you better forfeit. We leave the spatial plane and we in a whole new place. Yeah, new terrain, we somewhere deep in space. Gotta travel like the speed of light. They know what's up when they see me, they see it right. We the dopest around, understand sounds, can't hold me down. I'm in the scene, yeah, I do that shit with my demeanor. Make it seem sounds like synesthesia, oh well. Go part to part, go back to back, go ill with this, don't jump the track. Y'all know what's up, we run the rap. Might run me a lab. Me and Buck Rodgers, boy, we got it on tap. Come on. Play them goddamn bongos. Yeah. Got your hands on the drum, that's a hand drum. We about to throw a damn tantrum. We gon' be dope and some. And we look so handsome. Still that be holding for ransom. Y'all know we still dancing. Every day we just enhancing. We enhancing. We elevated, a lot of people mad cause they medicated. Go ahead, do your thing, but you separated. You know what's up, homie, we ain't never segregated. It's me and him and I, we together. We never spread and come apart like butt cheeks. Fuck it, it's getting ugly, we going in it, we on it. I promise that you'll get demolished. We do it like Onyx, we don't shave our heads, but he got no hair anyways. Y'all go to bed, a lot of shit done bled. Leave a hater on red. Bitch, we are excellent, Bill and Ted. Yeah. Blow your mind. JP, we one of a kind. Come on, Shout out to Courtney, shout out to Gino. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with Jumping Planets. Crypto takeover. Little music break before we get back to the action. We have so much more to talk about. We got the JP wallet. We got some predictions ahead. Where should you be putting that ETH? Where should you be putting that Solana, that Bitcoin? We're gonna talk about it. We got you. He's on one. He on one. He on one. Yeah. Yo, this is interactive. If you feeling it at home, you can play the hand drums too on any hard surface. Come on. Run it up. Nah, we can't be handled. About to run it up like a green candle. This shit right here is never sampled. We got flow for days, that's ample. Y'all know what's up, you better stand up. Me and my homeboy in the cut and it's ran up. You know what's up, flake them off like dandruff. Man what? Man us. Yes, that's me and him. Yes, that's him and I. Yes, we be the guys and we got you like a poltergeist. When we move it around, nothing staying down. We levitating, we devastating. It's so amazing, it's like Wes Craven. But this is no horror flick and I ain't Freddy. But I'm in this bitch and I might take an Eddie. Ed and Eddie. Ed and Eddie. Ed and Eddie. Yo, what's up, man? We're jumping planets. Yeah, BoughtTheBlock over here making money. JP out here getting in. You know what's up. There's a lot of cooks in this kitchen right now. And we cooking. No vegan recipes, just that real. Yeah. We high like fructose. Outer space like Pluto. Animated like Naruto. We out of space like Pluto. Big ass boys, we go sumo. You know what's up, we know judo. Hit you down, it's like ooh, yo, you don't want none of this heat that we playing with. Y'all talking shit, we decay you quick. Goodbye, you out the eye. I'm with my guys, we in the sky, we fly. Let the delay catch up with mine. You don't wanna catch up with mine. Bloodboy got catch up in mine. You know what's up, it's my time. Silly, I come with the rhyme. Me and Buck about to go get it, it's outrageous. They be getting mad cause they seeing us on stages. They be getting mad, they understand they got no placement. We be getting hot, it's like the New York City basement. Lot of haters need to face it, we been adjacent. But we done never stop, we copycat and never trace it. If you think you basic, baby, then you keep on pacing. Cause we always keep it moving, homie, see the shit we lacing like. We do this, it's never been translucent. This beat, the music, we about to fuse it. Got your body when we beat it up, you know we eat it up. I guarantee my homie, we about to bruise it, and we going like psycho. I know y'all getting mad like my flow. Might quit, but it never ever do that. JP, baby, too heavy, can't move that,
Rhythm is a dancer. 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 Rhythm is a dancer.
Speed control. Your DJ can't do this, my guy's on the fly. Yeah.
Rhythm is a dancer.
Damn.
Rhythm is a dancer. It's a social companion.
She sound like Ashby, come on.
Rhythm is a dancer. It's a social companion.
Select them, we in this bitch in the spectrum, know what's up, we can't deck them, we let you if we let them, let them in, let them win, we don't need that, yes, you know what's up, homie, get my D-pad on, play it like it game, be insane, JP off the top of the brain. JP. Come on. Yeah. This ain't EDC, it's just JP. We're about to get back to it, y'all. Welcome back to the Crypto Takeover. Jumping Planets, that's Buck, Rodgers, myself, Zilly. We are your musical guests. Always, every week, right here on the #1 show in the world, the best CTO, the only CTO that matters, Crypto Takeover. Got that Ashby voice, that's right. You get that's
Wow. Got raspy voices and Ashby beats. Bringing that Spectrum heat. Guys, that was insane. That was some full Spectrum freestyling right there. Absolutely amazing.
That's how we do it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bloodboy.
Thank you. Wow,
Dude,
that was insane.
Buck was on one. Zeely was on one.
House music and freestyling? God damn.
I like that we now have like we have an Ashby voice.
Yeah, we do. Do it. Go ahead, do it.
I love a pool.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's getting straight froggy.
It's amazing. Wow.
Oh, man.
We're going to hell.
Oh, that was a given.
At least you matched the decor already, Bloodboy.
Yeah, he's already there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to turn up the heat, you might as well head to hell.
Yeah.
And God damn, you guys brought the heat.
Yeah.
It was the
That was amazing.
devil's work over there. I like it. Hey, I'll tell you this much. There's no pot of gold at the end of that spectrum, but there's goddamn good music and probably all the rest of my friends. Maybe a diagnosis. But speaking of, Storm, what's up with our educational segment today? How to segue from Ashby to education. Ashby had a different education, but let's learn something slightly less Ashby. What are we learning today?
Let's go ahead and throw my screen up. Perfect. Okay, so today we are going to cover the ATR indicator, also known as the average true range. Really simple. This will be a quick educational segment, but it is a really important tool. A lot of high-level guys use it. For me, there's a lot of different ways you can use the ATR. For me, I use it mainly as a way to find a good stop loss or invalidation point. So I think I talked about this a little bit last week, but one of the most important things about trading is knowing when you're wrong, right? And that's also one of the hardest things to know. And actually, it's a great time to talk about the ATR because the last trade setup that I'd given you guys that is in a winning trade, I used the ATR to get my stop loss, and it couldn't have been more perfect in terms of giving me just enough cushion to keep me in the trade to capture this winning trade. So basically what the ATR is, like I said, it's the average true range. What it's doing is it's tracking the average length or range within each candle, right? So it's going to give you a number in this top left corner, as you can see right here. So right now, the average true range is 2,500. That basically means the average length of the candle on the daily time frame is about $2,500. So there's about $2,500 of price action range between each of these candles up until this point. The reason you see this kind of like ranging up and down and it changing is because each day, if you go into settings, right, there's only two main settings you can really change. It's going to ask you what the length is, and that's basically how far back it's grabbing the data from. So this says 14. This is basically 14 candles back. What's the average length of each candle? The reason this is really good as like an indicator for invalidation is what I do is when I'm entering a trade. So at this point, right, this was where we entered the trade. I'm going to find what the ATR was, which at this point, the ATR was about 2,100 price range. which means when I get into this trade, I want a stop loss of about $2,100. To me, that's like a very good rule of thumb for if price goes a whole ATR length down into or below my level, that's an invalidation. So that's exactly where I got this level, right? If you do the shift, right, that's right at about $2,100, roughly below the price level of where we entered, right? That's where the stop loss was taken. So this is, like I said, almost like the perfect example of why you want more of a conservative stop loss as a swing trader. You know, you could also, like we entered on this green candle. This was the Tuesday where I did the setup. I could have been really aggressive and put the stop loss right here on the bottom of the wick, which a lot of aggressive traders will do. But obviously, if I would have done that, we would have gotten stopped out, and then the price action would have done exactly what we predicted, which happens a ton. So I like to use the ATR as kind of like a extra padding to my stop loss or my invalidation. Just to give another example real quick, this was a compound trade that I'd taken and also posted on my Twitter. When we get this daily candle close, this would have kind of been the setup, right? And when you're looking for a stop loss, you go to the candle close, right? And then you add one ATR length down. So at the time, the ATR length would have been $2,600, right? As you can see on the side. So if you go to like the time frame and then over to the right, the ATR is $2,600. So you take this price level and you go down $2,600. Well, I guess I mapped it perfectly. So this would be our stop loss, right? And it would have given us a really good trade. So I use the ATR as a stop loss indicator. Some people use it for take profits and other various things. There's a lot of different ways you can use that data. But for me, the most comfortable way I've used to implement it into my trading is for invalidation points. So that's the ATR.
It's a good tool, not so hard to set up, and something easy to use. Is there a specific candle type that you have to use on the chart, or does that not really affect it much?
It will affect it actually really drastically. So like if I was to go down to the 4-hour chart, right, on this same entry.
Before I meant like not the time frame, which is also a great question. I meant like, do you need to have a wick? Can you have, there's different types of candles themselves that you can do. Does that affect it at all?
No, so I mean, for me, I always take a trade based on a close. So I'm not a trader that will wait for like a level to get hit and set a limit order. What I'm doing is I'm going to wait for a reaction I want to see. So this is a perfect example, right? I took the trade on this green candle because we wicked into that level and then we closed outside of it. It's something called a swing failure pattern. So I get my entry based on the close, and then wherever that candle closes, I'm going to add one ATR length. So it doesn't really matter. I guess I would say like you need to see a reaction first, right? So I need some sort of reaction that proves to me that this level is strong, right? So like this little wick down and then close, that would have been like my reaction where I'm like, okay, it wicked and then got rejected above. That's my reaction, and here's my level of entry. And then you just go one ATR length below or above that level for the stop loss.
It's really interesting. I never knew about that. So thank you for sharing. I think it's a really good thing that people can add in as a tool for their trading and figuring out how to put things together.
100%. Yeah, it's a great tool, and it's a good way to give yourself a little cushion, because I'll tell you, one of the most frustrating things as a trader is being right about the market but getting wicked out before the market moves. So like this would have been a really good example. If I was a really aggressive and greedy trader, I would have put my stop loss here and would have had like a 74-to-1 risk reward ratio, right? Where, we got the reaction, we got that candle close. And so if I say, I'm going to put my invalidation point at just like the low of the wick, I would have gotten stopped out, and then the market would be exactly what I predicted I wanted. So for me, I like to be a little bit more conservative. I like to give myself a little bit more cushion. And the ATR is a really easy and proven way to do that.
I love it. I think it's really smart, and you could use it hand in hand with many tools, like how, where to put your stop losses, help you get some ranges together for your trades. It's a really good assistance tool.
Absolutely. Yep.
Nice. Well, thank you for making us slightly better traders. Of course, guys, when you are trading meme coins, this is not financial advice. These are tools to help you become hopefully a better trader. But of course, it is not financial advice. Anything we give you, we just want to provide you tools that will hopefully help. Speaking of, let's take a look at Jumping Planet's retirement plan, or the Buck Rodgers hair transplant fund, depending on how they figure out what they're going to do with their money. What's going on over here?
Yeah, so we got both of their wallets now up finally. So here's their ETH wallet.
Can we sort it? Is there a way to sort it by the values in there, maybe?
Like highest value above. Yes, there should be.
We'll do the top 5.
I think this might be based on.
Dylon.
Yeah, this is based on largest to smallest holding, so it's already kind of organized.
Perfect. All right, so what do we have over here? The top one over here is Stonks. What's Stonks doing?
It's going up, of course.
All gonna love this one. Yep, it's good.
Well, that's a good answer. Stonks looking good. Nice little
Dude,
range.
by the way, I had a Storm. I'll send this to you. My wife sent me on Instagram. There's a Instagram account called Nugget, and they posted our stonks on their account. 9.8 million followers.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's sick. It looks
if
good.
That's not I mean, that is exactly the type of meme that you want, right?
I think it's a very bullish thing. Nice. Stonks looking good. We'll move over to the next one. Let's see if there's a lot in this wallet. Let's see what we got next. Doggo Inu, let's fucking go. It's still in this beautiful range right now. It's just in this giant bull flag consolidation pattern. And what's interesting is Nero and Department of Government Efficiency, we have a lot of huge whales from are in. I think that when those hit some critical mass, like 1 billion or 100 million, this is going to absolutely benefit from that rotation that the whales are going to move their money into it. But it looks really good. Just a really nice consolidation. And it's so far and so zoomed out. Like we're on a daily chart to see this price action. Really, really good looking. And the tokenomics, insane. Love Doggo Inu leading that, as well as Bloodboy. Beautiful. We can skip wrapped ether. It's not that. Let's go to babies.
You know what? I will say, though, when you talk about your ether, make sure you wrap it up.
Always wrap your ether.
Wrap it up.
Definitely in Texas, because you're going to have to keep it.
With baby CTO right here.
Babies, and then we'll do Bloodboy, and then we'll move over to.
Dude, we're going through a dope rebrand. Some of the feedback we had is it's not degen enough. And I was showing Zeely we got some new art coming in, and it might be too degen. Like I want to make sure that we don't lose our X account, so we're gonna have to dial it back a little bit.
Titties.
Guys, go ahead and follow Babies Club on. Let's throw that up in the X. Make sure you follow them on X because I think everybody should see what you guys are cooking. I've seen some previews, and yeah, you guys went full degen. These children are raised wrong. Or right, depending on which way you're looking at it. But the kids are having fun.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
There's no parental supervision happening, apparently.
Not at all.
I like it, though. It's a lot of fun.
It's in the process of sending. I'm excited, man. This has been something. We're starting to onboard some more people, and I think this is something that you're going to see come up.
I like it a lot. I like the baby meta that's been moving a lot. And let's round it off with Bloodboy, and then we'll go check out the Solana wallet. I mean, Bloodboy's just doing this nice range, consolidating, and I think it's getting ready to take the next steps up. You know, when it will, it's going to be violent. It's an insane community. Never fade anybody or any coin that has a community that is always grinding, always vibing, the best art out there. Yeah, I love Bloodboy. Good things coming. Stay tuned. We're always cooking, always building. Let's take a look at the Solana wallet.
Oh, shout out Rich CTO in the comments too. That's another really, really good project in the comments. Yeah, definitely check that out at some point.
Hold on.
Yo, and speaking of shouting out Rich
Pull that up.
CTO,
Hey,
you
Rich
have
CTO,
the
can you put that CA in the chat?
yeah, you could put the CA in the chat, or you could go and throw some Rich into the Jumping Planets wallet, and maybe it will be seen
Ooh.
every time we have a show. Just a little clue.
True. Hint, hint.
Yeah, let's we'll leave that one. Let's go over to the Solana wallet. Check out what's going on there. We need to get we got it named. Nice. I don't know if we have it. It's only on there, but it'd be cool if we get a name on there.
What's
What
the
do we
name?
have?
Jumping Planet Soul.
Soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sick. Okay, so we have Big Brain. I mean, you can't fade this. And just like Bloodboy, you have a huge amount of support from the Jungle Bay artist and community.
Casa, what up?
Casa, we need to get Casa on the show. I've asked him. I'm going to keep pressuring him. I'll show him the Big Brain clips. This looks great, but more importantly, if you know the artists and people behind this is an unfadable one. That would be the Big Brain move.
Yeah, I wish I had my own TA tools on here, but this is like a really good fractal forming. I wish I could find the tool for it in here, but yeah, really good fractal forming on Big Brain, where you see a fractal is basically like the same price action played over, right? So you see this big pump and then this like slow bleed out rounding bottom. It looks like this is starting to kind of form the same thing for next leg up. So
bullish. Everything's bullish today. Let's look at one more in the Solana wallet, and then I think Storm. What if we give you the pick of the buy today after we do that?
Cool. You said you want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do looks good, send it. I like that one.
Oh, dude.
So this is our boy Dom. I love this one. Just such a great meme, and he's done some cool stuff with working with making like custom send it memes for other communities because we all want everything to send. So I think this is a great looking chart. Another sort of like a little bit of a fractal here as well. I like it. I think it's ready for a move up after that huge wedge.
Quick question for the normies here. When you say fractal, can you give me a layman's explanation?
Yeah, so fractal is basically like a smaller version of the same pattern, right? You can almost think of it like a Russian nesting doll, I think is what they're called, where you just have like a smaller, exact same version, but just smaller version within itself. It's kind of what a fractal is. So this is actually a pretty decent fractal within itself, but you have like one pattern, right? Like a smaller version of a pattern where it gets like this really big impulse up with this nice little wick and then this slow curving bottom. And you have the same pattern play out, but just on a larger scale. But forming the same pattern. So it's like essentially the same pattern, just on a different scale is what a fractal is.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep.
Learned a lot.
So what are we going to buy this?
Dude, fun fact, I had about 8% of send it, and then it didn't send, and it got dumped a bunch. And then I looked over and saw just Dom doing dope stuff with it, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
I love it. I think that one's going to do amazing. I know it's going to. It's such a good meme. Yeah, what are we buying with our? Do we only have $14 in Wrap Soul?
Yeah, we. I'll go ahead and throw a soul in there just so that way there we can make this happen.
Yeah, that works. Cool.
What is the Storm pick of the week? I got a feeling I know what this is, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it's going to be too much of a surprise, and I don't want to. Yeah, here we go. Here's the pro chart again. Yeah, I just think it's pretty good timing too. I mean, we've talked pretty extensively on the show about how accurate this 786 line is in capturing retracements after the first initial pump, and this is kind of a textbook first initial really big pump with a ton of volume, and now we're kind of retracing right into the 786 level that we always talk about, and it's found very good support. Looks like a very solid floor, and so what you'd expect is the next pump up. And you guys also have the advantage of knowing the CTO lead and can be confident that this project's going to be pushed hard. And yeah, I think it's a really good pick, and it's also something that'll be fun to follow along each week on the show, as similar to like Bloodboy's project, where I'm kind of running it, and it's something that is somewhat of my project. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to add a little bag and see what it can do. It's also pretty low market cap to where it's got a lot of high potential.
Yeah, even if it just reached its all-time high, which I think is not even a big target, how many X's do you have just right there?
That'd be like a 4x. So that'd be like a 400% return if we can just get to those all-time highs, which could happen really quick. So like I said, I think it's very, like, when you look at something like Pro, where it's a very new and popular meta, you compare it to projects like Giga and Sigma. I think Giga is at like 700 million market cap now. I'll show you actually. Sigma and Giga chats are just absolutely insane the last week or two, but these are like the same sort of like genre in terms of like culture coin, and you can see it's just like straight up the last few weeks, and same with Sigma, which is also in like the quote unquote culture coin genre, and it's also performed extremely well. But these are two tokens that are at 700 million and 135 million respectively market cap. So I think they perform well, but as an investor, you're always looking for like what's the next big opportunity. Like what's the next coin within the same genre that could do those type of numbers, and I think Pro makes a lot of sense. So.
And it's interesting, outside of the charts, I could describe, if you pull up your chart again, what's also happening is initially you have people enter and get positions, and then those who don't know that there's a good team there immediately sell after a few X's. And right now what's going on is there's a redistribution of the tokens into the little more long-term holders, but it's still holding support really nicely, like you said, at the 786. So this is a great time to enter in this range where it's building. And then once those tokens have been fully redistributed, the sellers are out, then the buy pressure moves it up really fast. But it's also a psychological event happening where a community is forming and that trust is forming. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to be, it might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, it might take a day. You never know. But this is a great entry point, especially if you know that the people behind it, that the team are good. That's alpha. So this is a really solid place to enter. And I don't think it's going any lower because the floor is held by, friends and good people. You got Chad's holding it.
Yep, so, absolutely. And that's important with any project is, knowing the people who are holding your project early, and that can kind of really hold the floor and, not Jeep, because for these projects to be successful, you need to a degree, be in control of some of the coins, and that's what makes great projects, I think, last long, especially this first sell-off. This is like always the hardest part of a new project, is like surviving this first.
When marketing, when trending.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, everyone's so bullish, and then we drop like 60%, and then it's the end of the world, and people are like, why are you not posting 20 videos a day? And but it doesn't matter. It's all noise to us. We have a long-term vision for this project, and we're happy to have found like a really comfortable floor around 250 to 400K is kind of where we're ranging, and just really preparing and getting content ready and partnerships ready to blast up and break all-time highs.
If you pull up the Doggo chart real quickly, I'll give a comparison, and we're definitely going to be putting that in the wallet. It'll be fun to track. I'll show you what happened. Like, same thing with Doggo. If you zoom out a little bit.
You want to probably
zoom in. Sorry, zoom in. Yeah, that's easier there. You see that first initial candle, like that first initial pump? That was when like the people who weren't really interested in doing anything came in, and then I took over on that first pump, and then you have that same range like you're having now. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but you have that pump, and then you have that downwards movement. The community starts to form. So you want to buy there, where if you know that it's a good meme, a good project, and a good team with good potential, buy it there before it goes crazy, because it always will if it has those fundamental values, and you guys have that over at Pro. So just want to show people like what happens next.
Yep. No, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like when the first initial pump, it's always like a game of chicken for a lot of people who, a lot of people just ape into volume and see something moving quick, and they're just going to throw a bag in. And to a lot of people who don't really understand the project or know much about it, it's like a game of chicken. And when you see a couple big sales come in, it's just like a cascading event, and you can't really control it. I know a lot of people, which again I'm sure you've experienced this a lot, but they want to blame it on the dev or the CEO lead and think that they're the cause. But at the end of the day, it's just you have to create that trust over time to show the community like, hey, this is a long-term project for us, and we're going to continue to push for the next leg up. So I think that's
man. Everybody wanted to fire me after that initial downwards. And I'm like, we're going to find a floor. I don't care how brutal and how ugly it is. If you do that, you can actually build something real. That's where you get through the people who get aggravated, want to fire you. But it's all part of the game. And if you understand that, you can succeed. But as an investor, great time to enter while that redistribution is happening. And it happens in most crypto charts after a pump. A lot of people decide this is enough excess for me. I'm going to leave. And then the longer term holders take over those tokens, and then it moves up until it hits this critical mass, the supply shock area, where these massive movements happen. But yet it takes patience. It takes time in the market. And sometimes it takes doing absolutely nothing after you bought. It's great to raid and shill, and every project leader appreciates it, I can promise you. But from an investing standpoint, exactly, Rich CTO, investing standpoint, you do nothing. So like right now, we've been in a month and a half of that consolidation, but you have top holders investing hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally, and they're taking those tokens, they're locking them away until it gets to that critical mass, supply shock hits, and every leg up gets more and more violent and better. And all you have to do is not sell. But the immediate zoomed in price action is not always the prettiest. You have to realize that the game is patience and waiting. Same thing with babies. They're in a insane consolidation period. They're also changing their parenting style. I'm not sure if Paul's going to be writing a parenting book after this, but I would not fade babies. That's looking great as well.
Either that or I'm going to be kicked off of X. Either
more likely.
And this, by the way, the Doggo chart is just found support exactly at that 786 level. It's like, like I said, I think for a lot of coins, the 786 level is like a make or break. Like if it's going to be a rug, if it's going to be a short-term project, it's going to crash and die out quickly. But if you see strength at the 786, that's a really good sign that you're going to see continuation. So
and it's even slightly higher lows. If you look at it, every time it's going a little bit higher, it's an insane consolidation for over a month. You got to think the next move up is going to be wild. So yeah, guys, patience. And in terms of patience, go ahead and invest into stocks, try to double your money. It's not going to happen in, a matter of days or months. The patience we talk about in meme coins, it's sort of really funny if you compared it to a traditional investment.
Yep, absolutely.
Nice. Well, let's get the protagonist in the wallet. I'm stoked to have that in there. We all have our CTOs, our
it should be in there.
Projects. Let's take a look.
Oh, yep. I think I saw that buy come in.
I was going to try to FUD for a better entry. Nobody buy the protagonist. It's terrible.
Oh, it's such bullshit. I've been sitting here buying the whole damn time and been front run.
We're just charting. We're like both talking about it, and you're trying to get in. You're like, damn, slippage ain't working.
Like, dude, I'm literally just buying it.
Oh man,
jerks.
Yeah, what can we do?
Oh.
Nice.
Oh,
well, welcome to the wallet. It's a solid wallet over there. And we'll rotate and talk about different projects every week, but looking good and bright things ahead. Excited for it.
Let's see.
I think we got
almost I'm almost at a 0.5% in protagonist, so I'm gonna until I get to a 1%, and then I'll when whale chat. Storm.
When we'll chat.
Let me in there or no? Is there one? Can I get in the TG? I got locked out of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. We can. I can add you into our little alpha chat for protagonists.
Hey.
Like dealing with the whales and the team.
Dope. Well, guys, we said a lot. We bought a lot.
Accomplish anything?
Some of us more than others.
Bought the block.
While we're sitting at this desk, I saw two projects that I owned a lot of and then didn't own as much of, just Moon. So, it's important, guys, if you're going to buy, hold. Because who knows, maybe the next day that 15K market cap might go up to 300. And if you have a lot of it, it's a big difference there.
Yeah. And I'm glad I wasn't reminded of any Hippo projects this week. What a win. Guys, let's close out the show. Let's just cut it before anybody talks about anything that could...
Was that a Hippo violation?
Let's move it along because this dang topic needs to be switched up. No, it's been a great show. It's exciting times. We have a new president coming up, Bitcoin all-time high. Storm is going to be part of the misery we call leading a CTO, but it's also a beautiful thing. Paul's learning new parenting techniques, which are very questionable. We have an Ashby filter on our...
Hip Hop? Hip Hop Anonymous?
You always give him the easy ones.
Damn you! You give him the easy ones!
Oh my God. And Jumping Planets is bringing up some very new age filters. I'm not sure if they're progressive, but they're definitely new age. We're here trying to get canceled, having a good time. Everything we say on the show is not financial advice. Make sure to do your own research. We are not experts. We are just idiots, but we try to bring you some useful information here and there that you might find good. Want to make sure that everybody here follows and turns on notifications for everybody. Trading by Storm, BoughtTheBlock, Crypto Takeover Show, Jumping Planets, Zeely, DJ Buck Rodgers, all of us are tagged, and of course Bloodboy. All of us are tagged in the show link, so make sure to follow, turn on notifications. We've always got surprises coming. Mostly, though, we have a show every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless a U.S. presidential election gets in the way. But that shouldn't be another 3 to 6 years away from now. I'm not sure how that works yet. What a show. Any final words from anybody here?
Guys, just please like, retweet. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, 8:30. Hopefully the market's still going up, or it's going to be the opposite, in which case there was a bunch of euphoria and there's going to be some buying opportunities. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. Looking forward to next week.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
We'll see you next week. DJ Buck Rodgers.
Wonderwall. I think we should always just play Wonderwall. Is there enough Wonderwall in this world?
I wonder.
That boy good.
Wall set.
By now, you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels
Just hit a
the way
ball.
I do about you now. About you now. Backbeat, the wood is on the street, that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it down. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. About you now. And
never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow